Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. You know me from Syracuse University. You kind of know me as the People's Scholar, and you kind of know me as a lot of different things. But anyway, I'm sitting here, and it's a Sunday afternoon, and I just got finished working out on the Stairmaster. And in case you're wondering, this is a secret that nobody knows about me, but I am addicted to the Stairmaster. I love the Stairmaster, and I've been working out, so I'm getting big muscles and stuff, getting ready for the summer. I'm going on a cruise, so I got to look good for that. But anyway, I wanted to talk about some of the things that have been going on in the world lately. I don't know, I just had a need to vent a little bit, so I thought I would share with you. I hope you don't mind. You can listen, and the only rule is that you can't make fun of the mess behind me. Those are all my books. Because in case you're wondering, I am a little bit of an absent-minded, kooky professor sometimes, and I have a lot of books. Way too many books. But the books are good, so go buy one. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about was Aiyana Jones. Aiyana Jones is a 7-year-old girl out of Detroit who was shot in an unfortunate incident in which the police broke into her house in the middle of the night to apprehend a suspect in a murder case. And Reverend Al Sharpton, who I speak to every Monday, I'm going to talk to Reverend Al tomorrow actually, he gave the eulogy at Aiyana's funeral. And I remember I talked to Reverend Al last week when it first went down. And I think that there's a genuine concern right now about how much sense it actually makes for the police to walk up in somebody's house in the middle of the night with there are children present and throw a flashbang grenade in the middle of that house. In case you're wondering, a flashbang grenade doesn't actually explode. It just shoots a bright light and a loud noise, which is enough to traumatize the hell out of a child in the middle of their sleep. That's bad enough. And then you come in and you shoot the little girl in the head. That really just tells us, and I'm not making light of this at all. You have to forgive me. Maybe I laugh sometimes to keep from crying because it's such a tragedy. But you have to wonder if there's a better way to handle situations. You wonder, why didn't we just put the lights on the house and say, come out with your hands up? I mean, am I over romanticizing things? Does this not have a place in police protocol and procedure? I'm not sure. So I think that's a concern, and I'll be curious to see how that works out. And I've been writing a lot about that on Black Voices, so you can check that out over there as well. The other thing that crossed my brain this week was the rape case of Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor formerly played in the NFL. Everybody knows Lawrence Taylor, and you probably know about the rape allegation. And one of the things I've been telling people is I haven't for 1 second been telling people that Lawrence Taylor is innocent. I mean, come on. Lawrence Taylor is, after all, he is Lawrence Taylor. And so the idea that he's completely innocent is something that has to be proven. But you also have to prove that he's guilty. And one of the things that has really disturbed me is that I felt that the media has convicted Lawrence without seeing all the evidence. They have presented him as yet another black male athlete in handcuffs, which is a great way to boost your TV ratings. And nobody really knows if he actually had sex with this little girl or not. And I felt that I had an obligation to release some inside information that I personally received to say that Lawrence may have actually been set up. I'm not saying that he was or wasn't. I'm saying that he may have been set up, that is a theory just like everything else. And so I wrote some articles about the topic, and I think that what was so interesting was that I had to explain, just similar to the Michael Vick situation, I had to explain that defending Lawrence Taylor's right to fairness is not the same as defending Lawrence Taylor. I'm not trying to say that I condone Lawrence Taylor's life. And believe me, I've got 3 daughters between the ages of 17 and 20, and if a man tried to do some stuff like that to them, it would be ass-whooping time. Make no mistake about it. But the point is that you cannot destroy a man's life based on a suspicion. You must make sure that you see all the facts before you decide to convict this man. So ultimately what I'm saying is that things are not always what they seem. Don't believe the hype. Wait until you see the evidence, and then if it turns out that Lawrence Taylor's guilty, then let the law handle that situation. But don't convict him before we see all the evidence, because there may be more to this than we suspect. And I'll just say it like that. In fact, there are rings of prostitutes that actually target athletes and entertainers. They use date rape drugs to put them to sleep so they can extort them, take pictures of them while they're asleep. All kinds of craziness that I never knew happened. And I think that there's a cautionary aspect to this that says, if you're dabbling in that kind of stuff, or you think you can engage in irresponsible sexual behavior without consequence, you might want to think again. The next thing, and this is something that's just got my attention a little bit, I got to talk about it. I read that Tiger Woods, that his wife, Elin Nordegren, I think that's how you pronounce her name, that she is actually, that her attorneys are asking for $750 million. $750 million. Yes, that is the same as $750 million. Now, she won't get that much money. We know that. We know how negotiation works. She asks for a really high number, and then that makes all the other numbers look okay. So, you ask for $750 million, and at that point, $300 million doesn't look bad at all. But, it's funny because I saw somebody actually change her name from Eleanor to Grin to Eleanor to Greed. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And I thought about it, and I said, let's do some math around this. Let's say she was really trying to get that kind of money, which would be impossible because Tiger's only worth $600 million. So he would literally have to play golf for several more years to make payments to Elin to catch up with the $750 million. But let's say that she got $750 million. How much would that really be for a 6-year marriage? Well, to chop it up and break it down, it's a little over $100 million a year. We know that. But it's also $14,269 an hour, $342,000 a day, and $2.4 million a week. So if anybody ever asks you, now you know. $2.4 million a week, $342,000 a day, and $14,000 an hour to be married to Tiger Woods. For that amount of money, I'd be married to anybody. And so what's also funny is, imagine if Elin had married Oprah. Well, the logic would go that since Oprah has 4 times more money than Tiger, Elin could ask for 4 times more money if she were married to Oprah. Well, that would be, instead of $750 million, that would actually be $3 billion. So, hey, let's just follow the logic. But long story short, I am of the opinion that Tiger Woods' behavior was deplorable. It was nonsensical. We know that. We can all agree on that. Tiger Woods is he's a man that I didn't know that he was. I'll just say that. But no matter what he did, she deserves maybe $40-50 million. I think that's worth 6 years of marriage where you didn't go out and swing a single damn golf club. It's his money, and his misdeeds as a husband does not mean that he deserves whatever punishment he gets. I know there are people that are cheering, saying take him for everything, and I'm gonna tell you that's anybody who has money, if they don't want to get married and they see that as a reason to not want to get married, well, that's a good reason to not want to get married, because somebody should not be able to take you for everything you have just because you treated them poorly in a relationship. I mean, shit, if I had $100 every time I was done wrong by a woman, I would be a multimillionaire. Okay, so long story short, Tiger deserves, Tiger deserves to get taken to the cleaners a little bit, but anything more than $100 million is overkill, if you ask me. I think $100 million is a nice package for somebody who basically had to live in the lap of luxury for 6 years and deal with a husband who's a little bit of a butthole. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for checking me out. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Make sure you sign up or subscribe to something that probably appears on your screen somewhere. And also visit us at yourblackworld.com. Check us out on AOL Black Voices, and also check us out at thegrio.com. And I'm out of here. I'm gone. God bless you. Peace.